So, ladies and gentlemen, in the 1970s, in the midst of the popularity of Captain America, the Fantastic Four, all the Avengers, the Marvel imprints, Marvel Comics decided to bring back or to refine a superhero group that kind of formed the basis for the modern crime fighting flashback Marvel movies we see now. So today we're gonna talk about the original incarnation of one of my favorite comic books of all time, and we're going to be talking about the Invaders. Now, they appeared in obviously American comic books published by Marvel Comics. The original team was created by writer Roy Thomas and artist Sal Buscema in the Avengers 71, which was first published in December 69. Now, the prototype for the Invaders was called the All-Winner Squad. Created by publisher Martin Goodman and scripter Bill Finger, was an actual historic Golden Age comic book feature with only 2 appearances in All Winners Comics 19, Fall 46, and number 21, Winter 47. There was no issue number 20, go figure. This team had much of the same membership as the Invaders, but had its adventures in the post-World War II era, the time that their adventures were published. This group was also notable for being the first in which its members did not entirely get along, prefiguring the internal conflicts of the Fantastic Four of the 1960s. Now, the Invaders team first appeared in flashback stories set during World War II and comprised existing characters from Timely Comics. Now, what a lineup, ladies and gentlemen! And if you're titillated when I mention these, please, it's not me. It's that exciting. Now, the team include Captain America, Steve Rogers, his sidekick Bucky, James Barnes, the original android Human Torch, Jim Hammond, the Torch's sidekick Toro, Thomas Raymond, and one of my most underrated Marvel comic characters of all time, Namor the Submariner. They joined together as heroes opposing the forces of Nazism when these superheroes saved the life of Prime Minister Winston Churchill from the villainous Masterman. The thankful Churchill suggested that they should become a team known as the Invaders. Now, the Invaders fought the Axis powers over the world until eventually finding themselves in England, where they met Lord James Montgomery Falsworth, who ended up being the original Union Jack. He joined the team and provided them with a base of operations in England. Eventually, Falsworth's children Brian, who was Union Jack too, and Jacqueline, known as Spitfire, became members. The team later added Miss America, Madeline Joyce, and Super Speedster the Wizard, Bob Frank. Yes, that's the name of the character, the Wizard. During a battle with the Super Axis. Later, against the threat of the Battle Axis, the team was assisted by the Blazing Skull and the Silver Scorpion. Now, the team continued to fight against several threats, including an Axis occupation of Atlantis and the emergence of Hydra, backed by a time-traveling Baron Strucker. That's a whole different ballgame. If you don't know what Hydra is, you're not a Marvel Comics fan. Now, in the also faced an emotional trauma with the apparent deaths of Captain America and Bucky in a drone aircraft's explosion near the end of World War II, which was described in Avengers 4 in March of '64. Now, after the war's end, several members, including the second Bucky and Captain America, respectively Fred Davis and William Naslund, formed a hero known as the Spirit of 76, created a new team, the All-Winner Squad. When that team dissolved, Marvel retconned several members, having them join Citizen V's V Battalion. Now, after the Invaders' introduction to the pages of the Avengers, the team appeared in its own trio title, and used to go giant size quite a bit in the 70s. It's called Giant Size Invaders 1 in 75, followed by the ongoing series The Invaders later that year, and the single annual in 1977. Now, issues 5 and 6 of the series introduce another retconned World War team, the Liberty Legion, in a 2-part arc, The Red Skull Strikes, interface with another 2-part story in Marvel Premiere 2930. Now, the Invaders were tremendous artwork, tremendous stories. The covers are just tremendous. I think in 2020 there might be a possibility they can take on the Invaders. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you this question. With all the Marvel comic movies, how come there's no Submariner? Like, you know, he's an anti-hero, he's grumpy, he's chasing the women, he chased, Sue Storm for a while. That was blew up the world about it. You know, if you're going to blow up the world over a woman, you got to be a pretty good anti-villain, as we say, or anti-hero. But I'd like to see a try, even at an animated version of the Invaders. because it would be not hard to script. You're only dealing with, public domain things with the Nazis and, but, the line that the capture Hitler, we must bring him to justice. No, he must be murdered. I'm the Submariner. And, it'd be tremendous. I'm not talking much about the rebooting Invaders because I think that's just, what I think about the modern Marvel. I think the Invaders of the 1970s of that core series cannot be topped. It's the only comic book I remember people fighting each other at the local Savesy and the comic book racks to get the latest issue. It was bigger than the Avengers at one point, ladies and gentlemen, in northern New Brunswick. True story. Have a good day. Bye.